What's going on, everybody? My name is Justin Godsey. Thank you so much for checking out tonight's video. Tonight, guys, we're here talking about what happened last night at the Royal Rumble. No, we're not talking about the whole Roman Reigns situation. No, we're not talking about the whole Daniel Bryan situation. As you guys see by the title, we're here talking about the return of Bubba Ray Dudley at the Royal Rumble last night, coming in at entry number 3 after, R-Truth and The Miz, who started the matchup. It was a great ovation. It was a great return. It was a very much of a surprising return because we all thought that Bubba Ray was going to end up going back or reappearing at some time back on Impact Wrestling television on Destination America, and that is obviously not going to be the case now because now that Bubba Ray is back within the WWE, a lot of people are saying, is this a one and done thing? Is Bully Ray even going back to TNA? We just don't know. I was really much expecting some ECW talent after the the appearance of Bubba Ray Dudley going down the line. I also thought that Devon Dudley will be joining him. But that's not the case, but my point in the subject around this video is it a good idea to have Bubba Ray Dudley, back with the WWE now? We all look back into his time in TNA. TNA really much used him in a great format, becoming the TNA World Champion. Not once, but I think once. 2 or 3 times already, if I'm not mistaken, a multi TNA Tag Champion, NWA Tag Champion. I mean, I follow Bubba Ray from his time in the WWF, the WWE with the name change, going into TNA where he debuted as a member of Team 3D. That went on to go have Brother Run, aka Spike Dudley, joined him down the line, having a big feud. With America's Most Wanted. It was James Storm and Chris Harris. It's just overall, yeah, I've been following him for a while now, and I've always wanted to see Bubba Ray Dudley return to the WWE along with Devon to have at least a comeback for for the Dudley Boyz. And for Devon not to be there, I think it's really going to be just a periodic one and done thing right now. He's coming. He's aging. So if he was to come to the WWE, I would not expect Bubba Ray Dudley to really make a huge impact. I don't think the WWE will be willing to give him a huge push within the company. Yes, he can still wrestle, as you guys can see, in his past matches with TNA, going through the whole Aces and Eights storyline, having his matches, with Jeff Hardy. He's still able to do, intense, high profile areas in matches. I mean, look at that triple team, tag team match, the Wolves, the Hardys, and Team 3D. That was a huge matchup, and he had a lot of high spots in that match as well. So he still has, some left in him, but if you want to go down the line, maybe 2-3 years, down the line, does he still have it then? I don't think so. I think the best idea for Bubba Dudley is to do periodic shows. It would be great for him to, have him and Devon back together, but for him to go alone in the WWE without Devon being there, it's not really that good for business. I think the best thing for him to do, or if he was with Devon, it'll be good for business, but if it was by himself, I would not really want to go ahead and just go through it, because he has always been a tag team wrestler. He's always had Devon by his side. He's gone through a small portion of his career. Now it's back in early 2002 when Devon and Bubba Ray were separated, as Devon went over to SmackDown, went to go be Reverend Devon, and then Bubba Ray was by himself for a short period of time until he paired up with Spike Dudley, and then at Survivor Series 2002, we all remember that event where Devon Dudley surprisingly came out and took down the 3-minute warning Rico, Jamal, and Rosie, and that was the return of Team 3 or the Dudley Boyz for for the first time since their departure in early 2002. So it was overall a very great appearance for for Bubba Ray Dudley. I would like for him to be with Devon if he's going to be in the WWE full time. I mean, guys like Goldust, I mean, he's aging as well. He's been in the WWE since the mid 1990s, and Bubba Ray has been wrestling since the same thing with him since the early 90s. So I mean, they're both aging competitors. I would just love to see the Dudley Boyz. I keep on calling them Team 3D because they made a big impact in TNA, and I keep on I've been knowing them known as Team 3D longer than they have been in the WWE as the Dudley Boyz, but they have had much highlighted matches in the WWE than they had in TNA. So Team 3D Dudley Boyz, you know, whichever you want to call them. I would love to see them back together in the WWE if they want to go long term. Individually, one-on-one, if Bubba Ray Dudley wants to go in the WWE, just being by himself, I am not a big fan of. I don't expect him to be making a big splash within the WWE just by himself. He's not going to end up, you know, jumping to main event caliber. I know he was with that in TNA, but WWE with all this current, you know, nonsense going along with, you know, Brock Lesnar, we got, you know, the Roman Reigns situation, we got Seth Rollins, so it's really hard for him to get, you know, placed into any storyline that can rise him into the main event status. But you know what, a nice appearance here and there, maybe a surprise tag team match, you know, at WrestleMania could be a great appearance for the Dudley Boyz. Having him and Devon reunite at WrestleMania, that would be great. But you know what, for him to be on the road on a daily basis, you know, that's just not going to really work in the current standpoint within the WWE right now. So, with all this being said, like I said, I'll recap it again. Team 3D, Dudley Boyz, together in the WWE, yes. By themselves, absolutely not. So let me hear your guys' opinion about this. My name is Justin Godsey. I'll catch you guys in my next video.